Let's get this thing popping. You. What's good, my people? What is good? What is good? Let me turn the background. Off. Welcome to Blues House Live. I'm your host, Bluminati. Got the homie Kobe in the building.
What's good, people?
What is up? What is up? We missing one. She should be on shortly, hopefully. If not, we will represent for her and get this party cracking, lacking like it's supposed to be. I don't even know if they use that word no more, but either way. We're going to get it rocking, man. Got a couple things we're going to talk about today. Talk about the whole Ezra Miller thing that's going on. Get into some WB stuff, you know what I'm saying, to piggyback off of that. And then go into a quick rundown of the Prey movie. You can always like, share, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time we go live if we drop some videos. www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse if you want to donate, or you can hit the Cash App, which is $BLUMINATI. And yeah, man, Kobe, what's been good? It's people. I know it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been live in a minute, but you know, it's the summertime. It's people on vacations and stuff like that. You know, family time, and I ain't trying to take nobody away from their family. So, but my lighting ain't even right. Been a minute. So look, it's like I've been a minute since I've done this. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not in my studio either tonight. So I feel.
What's good though, Cole?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've just been the work's been kind of crazy. It's been busy, but it's always busy during the summer, man. So we good. Everything's been good. How about yourself?
Yeah, man. I'm just chilling, man. Got some good news about a film that I did that's going to be now going to be shown on some streaming platforms.
Okay.
So I'll let them do the announcement on that. You know what I'm saying? But she gave me a call today and let me know what was up, what was good. So that's dope. Congratulations to her. And I guess congratulations to me.
Very nice. Very much. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's like a musical. And it was it won an award up in I think they went to Detroit with it. It was a Detroit Film Festival they went up to.
Okay.
And it won the award up there. I think for like best short film or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, man, that's like you said, man, that's dope, man. Real dope. So like I said, congratulations to her and that whole team to put it all together, that creative team over there.
For sure. Congratulations.
And I'm was lucky to be invited to be even in the film. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I appreciate that.
I feel that.
What's that?
I said I feel that. That's what's up.
Oh yeah. So you ready to hop into this Ezra Miller debacle, man? This craziness.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's hop into this old Ezra Miller, man. I'm gonna run down. I got a timeline. I got online, and I'm looking up shit, and I'm like, this dude been terrorizing the public for a minute now.
Right. I heard some kind of interesting stuff about him too. I heard some interesting stuff about these reshoots.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and start it off.
Yeah, now I'm gonna just run like the his little legal troubles timeline. 2011, I think he was a teenager at the time. What it says, Miller's first brush with the law was hardly serious as the more recent incidents, but it's worth noting that their legal troubles didn't begin in 2022. Back in 2011, while filming Perks of Being a Wallflower, 18-year-old Miller was riding as a passenger car that the police pulled over for a broken tail light. Police apprehended the vehicle. They caught Miller with weed. Really worried about that. So that was his little first brush with the law. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 2020, April 1st. This is when he becomes infamous. Video leaked of Miller choking a woman outside a Reykjavik, Iceland bar. Shout out to Reykjavik. I've been there. Shout out there. That's, what I'm saying. The video circulated to him choking a fan, slamming her down on the ground, shit like that. Video didn't look too good for Miller. Right.
Nope.
January 27, 2022, him threatening the KKK. I'm all with that. You want to threaten the KKK, do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm right there with you. I'll be the first one to rally behind you on that. Then we get into March 28th, the Hawaii arrest. This is number one.
Yep.
Arrest number one. Was out there. The actor was visiting a local karaoke bar, grew agitated, began yelling obscenities, and at one point grabbed the microphone from a 20-year-old woman singing karaoke. Miller lunged at a 32-year-old man and failed to calm down after being asked several times by the bar owner. Miller's interactions with the two bar patrons earned them a disorderly conduct charge and harassment charge, but they were released from custody after posting a $500 bail. That was the first Hawaii incident. Hawaii incident number two. Miller was arrested again in Hawaii for allegedly throwing a chair that struck a woman in the head. Why you always beating up women, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And around 1 o'clock in the morning on April 19th, law enforcement has responded to a call at a private residence where Miller had become so irate after being asked to leave that they hurled a chair at a 26-year-old woman, leaving her with a half-inch gash on her forehead.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Then we get protective orders done in June 2022. The parents of Dakota Iron Eyes, an 18-year-old environmental activist, sought a protective order against the actor. Said that he has been grooming, that he kidnapped and groomed her or something like that, I think is.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
What's going on? Said Miller reportedly acted inappropriately toward the child by hugging them and touching their hips. They automatically were just weird, drawn to me, and kept talking about how they love my outfit, love my style, yada, yada, yada. Cult leader status, August 2022. Now, the reason I'm going through this timeline, people, is because I'm a segue into this Flash film.
Yep.
And what's going on in WB land and the house that Superman and Batman built. So he's been called a cult leader. Those closer to me, Miller spoke to Insider for a report that paints the actor as increasingly unstable and apparently running a sort of a cult. The report alleges that while Miller was in Iceland in 2020, they walked around town barefoot, sporting a long, unclipped toenail and what may have been an infected gash on their foot. Miller rented an Airbnb in Reykjavik suburb of, I cannot pronounce that name, Kópavogur, that they ran as a commune with beds laid out on the floor for artists, expats, and young women. They led group meditations, claimed to possess supernatural powers, and also paid for food, lodging, and marijuana, but would become violent if they perceived any dissent within the group. Some David Koresh stuff going on, man. Some Jim Jones. Then we get to
Kool-Aid.
I know, right? What just happened recently, August 7th, 2022, felony burglary arrest. Miller was recently arrested for burglary in Stamford, Vermont, stemming from a complaint filed back in May. According to Vermont State Police, the actor stole several bottles of alcohol from an at the time unaccompanied residence. As a result of the investigation that included surveillance videos and statements, probable cause was found to charge Ezra Miller with the offense of felony burglary into any unoccupied dwelling. The police report read, law enforcement officials issued Miller a citation to appear in Vermont Superior Court for arraignment on September 26th. Now, while all this is going on, what Kobe alluded to was this motherfucker is still shooting reshoots or
like in between all this shit, like running from the police and all this. They're still calling him up and shooting scenes for him.
come
shooting
shoot
scenes with him.
scenes to try to finish off the Flash film. I'm gonna let Kobe get into this. This is wild, man. Kobe, what you got?
WB, what are y'all thinking, dog? Like, that's crazy. This man obviously knows that y'all, for one, ain't gonna fire him from this movie, and for two, he can get away with whatever he wants. Y'all gonna have his back, or not have his back, just play devil's advocate,
Right.
Because he's your actor. Man, y'all, I would think that with everything that's going on, everything y'all are cutting, and all the, everything y'all got going on right now, he needs to be made an example of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think this needs to be that hammer that everybody needs to see. Hey, we ain't messing with them over there. That guy over there is there to make movies and nothing else. And I think that they could, in the background, reshoot this movie, and it could, like I said, it could work. But I just, from what I've seen them let him get away with, I don't see it happening.
Well,
I think this movie is doomed.
I've been listening to a couple people talk, and we've talked about it.
Yep.
This movie might not be doomed. The reason being is I don't know if the layperson knows too much about what's going on with Ezra Miller, right? I don't think the regular people know that Ezra Miller out here choke, because I mean, he was choking people, and what's the movie that just came out where they got rid of Johnny Depp? Fantastic Beasts came out.
Oh, Fantastic Beasts, right?
He had problems then. They still released Fantastic Beasts, got rid of Johnny Depp, but Ezra Miller got to stay.
Right.
I think it's a lot riding on this film, right? As far as what is the next direction when it comes to the DC side of things, and I want to segue into what's going on with Warner Brothers and DC. But this Flash movie is important. They're not getting rid of it. I think that I will go in and scrub as much Ezra Miller as I can out of this film. If I'm going to release it, cool. But I'm scrubbing as much Ezra Miller, or I'm keeping him in a mask as much as possible. You won't see his face.
Right.
It won't be a Barry Allen situation whatsoever in this film. And from what from my understanding is what I was reading today, I don't know how true it is. It seems like that they want to make this a Batman Flashpoint movie,
like a Flashpoint, right?
I did hear that as well. But heavy on the Batman. So I don't know if that'll be Ben Affleck or if it'll be Michael Keaton, but it'll be heavy on the Batman, with just kind of like Flash. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, him being a catalyst to what's going on, but not but not the star. And I can see that working. And you said they want. I think he is fired. I don't think he works for WB anymore, but he's still under contract as far as finishing this film. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't think he'll work for WB anymore, especially with old Zaz in the building. Zaz ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't letting nothing slide, seems like. So I don't think he will be going for. I think they're looking for a new Flash if they already don't have their Flash, you know what I'm saying, in the can already. But I don't think Ezra Miller works for WB anymore. I think he's done. But they do need to come out, or maybe they don't. I was gonna say maybe they need to come out and make a statement or something. But I think this, and the reason why I say that is because as soon as this movie releases, because this movie is gonna be bigger than Fantastic Beast, right? It's gonna have a lot of news and you know what I'm saying, people trying to see, because people don't care. I won't say people don't care about Fantastic Beasts, but they want to know what's going on with DC, right? Yep. They want to know, hey, Marvel out here whooping y'all ass, what's going on? Okay, you finna give us the Flash? Is this I hate that, and we need to get rid of Snyderverse, that term. Yeah, right? Because it's now carrying a bad, you know what I'm saying, odor with it. They need to turn that into something else, because I do think the ideas that Snyder had are good going forward, like
Right.
Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman, Superman, right? Try your best to keep
Yep.
that intact, but you can
Don't worry about everything else. Right.
right, you can void Snyder. You can just nip that in the bud and keep those actors, right? And
Right.
it doesn't have to be a dark tone. It doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like the thing that Marvel gave us was every movie was, well, once they established who they were, they began giving you different types of films. In that from phase
Right.
1 to phase 3. You know what I'm saying?
It was all an experiment, right?
Right. It was, you know what I'm saying? So with Batman, kind of like what they did with the Batman that just came out this year, a detective story, right? Or you know what? Give me a. I always look at Batman as like a samurai. Him and Wolverine are like samurais almost. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
certain code with them that they live by. They try to stick to it as much as possible. Honor, you know what I'm saying? Protect those who can't protect themselves. That type of situation. So give me a Western Batman type story. You know what I'm saying? Like a cowboy, a samurai cowboy set in the big city. Him trying, you know what I'm saying? Give me that. Or you know what? Oh, that'd be kind of dope too. Like a not a yeah, like a Texas Ranger. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for this murder or something like that. This Gotham City is big. He don't, you know what I'm saying? He knows the city, but this dude knows the city just as well as him. It don't have to be Joker.
Right.
They can come up with a whole new villain for all I care. But somebody who just gives Batman a run for his money, you know what I'm saying? Situation
Court
like
of
that.
Owls. That's the only. That's the
Court
only
of
thing.
Owls.
Only movie I
Yeah.
see. Court of
Yeah.
Owls. I think that could be a very, very, very good Batman story on screen.
Mm-hmm.
To make Batman kind of, yeah, you good, but you got to work to crack this case.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you really got to pull out all the stops. You really
All the
got to
stuff.
be. I feel what you said. Right.
Then I think they're on the right track with Wonder Woman. Just that, what it was, 82, 83, whatever, 84. Wonder Woman
84.
84 was just a horribly
It
written
was
story.
bad. Right.
It was just written poorly, and they just didn't take it. I think they
Fully
just was
casted
riding
too.
off of Wonder Woman made on, I think Wonder Woman made $1 billion. I think.
I'm pretty
Want to
sure it
say,
did. Yeah, pretty sure it made a
and I
billion.
think they were
Yeah.
just riding off of that. Oh, Wonder Woman, it was successful. All we need to do is just throw Gal Gadot in costume, and everything will be fine. And no, because
Right.
you didn't put no meat into the writing.
Effort
You know
into
what
it.
I'm saying?
Right.
No meat into the writing, just riding off of kind of trying to ride off girl power. And then we get into Superman, because I don't even want to talk. I think Aquaman is fine. I think they got what Aquaman is gonna do. But Superman, I don't know why they think it's so hard to write a Superman story. Right? Give me a Superman trying to
Right.
juggle being human. That's his whole thing is he's human, right? We know he's
Right.
an alien, he's from Krypton, but Superman in his mind, he is human. He is Clark Kent. Give me a movie,
Show
give me a
me
storyline,
Superman trying to pay his bills or stuff. Like a
right?
real life Superman
Like
story.
give me Superman. And
Kind of like how they did with Spider-Man 2.
yeah,
You got Superman out here, he got all these powers, can't do shit about being,
right.
not saying anybody other than Superman, but you still got to be Clark too and deal with all the bullshit that comes with
Mhm.
being a person in society too. How did Superman keep from snapping?
Right. Give me that. The
A
only time I
character
need to
study of Superman.
a care
Right.
right. Only time I need to see Superman in his suit is when something is going down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every now and then he uses his powers. He's trying to keep his powers hidden from regular everyday people. Something goes down in Metropolis, and it's
Right.
somebody that because it's not about them finding out that he's Clark. It's about, can he juggle being Superman and Clark? Can he
Right.
juggle that and save the world at the same time? Brainiac shows up. You know what? Don't even give me Brainiac yet. Give me just this outrageous alien who wants to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? Because then I don't really
Right.
need a motivation. The motivation is this alien has come to conquer the world. And there's only one dude who can stop. Because Superman, we need simple stories. You see what I'm saying? Because he
Right.
is
You
a
don't need anything
Jesus character.
complex,
He's
right?
a godlike character. So we need it simple as possible. Just like the Hulk. That's the reason why they can't get the Hulk done right. They try to
And make it
make the
too
Hulk
complicated.
complex. It's with these characters is always about them versus themselves. Then the big
Right.
bad comes
Well,
later.
them being larger than life. Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me that if Superman sneezed, he could kill somebody. Or if, you know what I'm saying? If he like, show me Superman having to control himself. This is a
Right.
dude who, if he touched you wrong, he could like I used to tell people, I said, man, that's fake. And they be like, what you mean that's fake? Like when Superman would zoom in and save somebody, move him out of the way of a
Nah.
bus or you know what I'm saying? I said, oh, he just killed that person. What do you mean? I said Superman just came in going a good 90 miles per hour. That neck is snapped. You know what I'm saying? Like he
It's
just
like that
snapped
scene
that
from
person.
it's like the scene from The Boys where
Yeah.
the speedster runs through the chick
Right.
and she's like, oh,
You know what I'm
sorry, it
saying?
stopped right.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Like that. Show me
Right.
that Superman has to
That's real
control
life.
himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Show me that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me Superman fucking up. It's matter of fact, it was an anime, not an anime, it was a DC animation, and it was showing how he had to control himself. I can't remember. I think was it the one with Brainiac? No, it was the one with Parasite on it. I think it was the one with Parasite.
Okay.
Matter of fact, that's the perfect villain right there. Parasite would be the perfect villain to start off a Superman franchise. Bring back Henry Cavill because I do think he's the best Superman going forward. Hell, might be the best Superman of all time if you let him be Superman. You know what I'm saying? Right. Parasite would be the perfect villain.
I think Parasite or Bizarro.
Not yet, because with Bizarro, you would have to have Superman being cloned.
Yeah, I can understand that, but
you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's not a bad that's not a good villain, but I think
it's more. Yeah, I agree, but I think it's more of. I'm trying to think of villains like something that, like you said, it's not a huge villain, but it's a villain that it makes at least a splash.
Cause see, I think Zod was introduced too early.
Yep, I agree with that 100%. You gave him his apex villain at the beginning.
Right. I think Zod, and we know Doomsday was introduced way too early.
Right.
To me, Zach didn't even give a good, and that wasn't even a good Doomsday. Doomsday should have been a world killer. Like he
should have been a lapdog of Darkseid.
No, just Doomsday.
Just Doomsday. He didn't need Darkseid to be.
He didn't
justified.
need none of that. He just needed to be Doomsday. He made just like how he was in Death of Superman.
Yep.
He ended up on the planet, you know what I'm saying, on accident. Woken up.
Found the phallus, the strongest person.
Right.
That's your ass.
Went on the spree.
Right. That's your ass. Right.
That's it. And you can have every little superpower being trying to get it. And
he whipping their ass. Every single one of them.
And this could be one of them situations where he like the Clark and Superman. Should I intervene? Or can these guys handle it? Because I'm over here being Clark. I'm good being Clark right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You give me that to where Doomsday just wreaking. I mean, he going Gotham, Metropolis, he in Star City, can't nobody, you know what I'm saying? He just taking out the Justice League left and right. Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, who it don't matter. And finally he said, all right, let me step in. And now they dueling it out. And it should end like Rocky 1.
Yep.
It should end like
up.
Rocky 1.
Yep.
You don't even know who won.
Right.
They need to let me write these. WB, are you listening, my guys?
Y'all need to come get it right. Come get some of this work.
Now you know what? I got hyped just talking about this.
And the worst part about it is they have so many different, because I hear them keep talking about, oh, we're gonna do what Kevin Feige did. Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And I'm like, listen, y'all should have been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You realize how many characters, that y'all have that y'all could have already introduced.
But they
Y'all could
won't.
have had a bevy
Yeah.
of characters. Y'all could
But
have
the
super
thing
teams
is,
galore.
see,
Y'all,
they going too fast, right? Or they tried to go too fast.
I don't even think that's true.
I do.
I
What?
think
Think
that
about it.
if it was true that they were going too fast,
Mhm.
you wouldn't have gotten those movies in between that were, you would have got bad, 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 bad because nothing would make sense.
Well, this is what I mean by going too fast. They cut Zach out. Boom, Zach was gone. They gave us after Justice League, we got Aquaman. What was it before Justice League? No, it was after. So after Zach was gone, we got Aquaman. I think the Wonder Woman movie had already came out. We got Aquaman, right?
Yep.
To me, they formed the Justice League too early. This is what I mean by they went too fast. You gave me a Superman movie, you gave me a half of a Batman movie with Superman versus Batman, right?
Right.
Then you gave me Wonder Woman. Then next thing I know, fucking Justice League is happening. Why? Give me another Superman movie. Give me another Batman. Let's build these characters and give them a real reason to form. Like there was no reason for the Justice League to form.
I agree with that. But if you look at the reason why they formed, they tried to give us too big of villains too fast.
But that's what I'm
That
saying.
that
They
was the
went too
that was
fast.
the ramp up to too fast. That's what I think. They
Yeah.
tried to go too big too fast. Because I think you could have had a Justice League movie, but to fight Steppenwolf, no. To fight Darkseid, no. To
Right.
even have Darkseid be mentioned, no. This is a character that's supposed to be your end all
End
kill
all
all.
be all. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And y'all, okay. Now we know who he is. Or no, there was no build up, no none of that.
Right.
So the execution, I think, was just wrong because they had nobody overseeing all of it to make it a connected universe like they wanted to.
Right. Which
They
is
had no,
crazy because they got
yeah,
Jeff Johns, Jim Lee in the building. They got all of these people who know the lore of DC. Worked, you know what I'm saying? Worked in DC in the 80s and 90s. Jeff Johns got one of the greatest Green Lantern stories of all time.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Jim
Right,
Lee has some of the best Batman work of all time. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Him and Scott Snyder, the stuff that they do. Um, so I don't understand how you're not pulling from these people. Now I heard that
It's,
Jeff Johns can't make a movie to save his ass. That's fine. I don't need you to make the movie. I just need this. You see what I'm saying?
yep. Mm-hmm.
I just need this.
And
Then
I think, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you got it.
I think that a lot of the reason why you didn't get that is because you had the studio heads like Walter Hamada and
Yeah.
Toby Jones and these guys that they put their hands in everything.
Right.
The studio interference is them,
Mm.
and they don't know these properties enough to make a connected universe like that. That's the difference. It was not put it in the hands of the people that know it and can perform it. Let's do it ourselves and take all the credit for it,
I
and
mean,
not take the credit for it when it's bad.
right. But
Let's
my
let's
thing
let's
is,
blame it on the directors and all that stuff when it's bad, or blame it on the pandemic or this and that.
yeah. But wouldn't they
Look,
get the credit regardless? If you're
nah,
Tony Emmerich, if you're um Walter
that's why they
Hamada,
slap. That's why they slap their executive producer credit on every movie that comes out.
right? That's what I'm saying. You'll get the credit regardless because you're gonna slap your. You see what I'm saying? So if I sit back and say, all right, whoever the director is, Patty Jenkins, right? You got it. But just like Kevin Feige says, you got it, but you only got it up to this. Here go
Yep.
your box. Here go your, you want to play in. Go talk to Jim Lee. Go talk to Jeff Jones. I mean, um, not Jeff Jones. I'm tripping now. Jeff Johns, and get some ideas from these guys and build Wonder Woman. Right?
Right.
Boom. who did Aquaman,
James Wan.
James Wan, who did a fantastic job. I actually like Aquaman, but I think he listened. I think, you know what I'm saying, I think he looked around and said, what, how can I make Aquaman the best thing going for DC, right? Because the thing is, Aquaman, who's looking at Aquaman anyway? This, you know what I'm saying? And I think he made Aquaman cool again, right? If he was ever cool anyway.
That's
So
very
I give
true.
all kudos to him. But I think he either listened or he went, read the books and said, hey, look, man, how can we make this dude cool? I know it's a lot of people who don't like the iteration of Aquaman because it's not the comic book per se Aquaman, but Aquaman needs an update. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those situations where you need that update. I know a lot of people are hollering, you know, with the tokenization and stuff. And some stuff I'm starting to see, yeah, all right, y'all just you know what I'm saying? But sometimes some shit needs to be updated. You know what I mean? Some shit needs to be updated. And I think when it comes to the movie sphere, to how Hollywood looks at Aquaman, or how he's portrayed in pop culture, he needs to have a badass persona about it. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that, but I agree with you as far as or putting the Justice League together. Yeah, you could have put. The reason why I said it was too fast is because Superman versus Batman, Wonder Woman, Justice League. Matter of fact, no.
Wonder Woman came out after
Wonder Woman came out. It was after Justice League, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you had those three. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. And there was no character development. Superman was probably the best character. That Man of Steel movie was probably the best character development out of all of them. Out of those three films. You know what I'm saying? Batman just came in. He was already an old dusty Batman, or you know, old salty Batman ready to fight crime. So we didn't get a lot of Bruce, so to speak. Him. I mean, you know, they showed that he had demons and stuff or whatever, but we didn't get a build up of Batman. We didn't get a build up of Diana Prince being, you know what I'm saying, and where she come from and stuff like that. And then the next film, it's fucking Justice League.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Batman running around putting a team together. Flash, Cyborg, and fucking Aquaman. Then in that movie, we already know what monstrosity that was. No character development from none of the new. So it's like you just threw some shit together and said, here we go.
Right.
And to me, when you got that ensemble,
you shouldn't lose.
Right. You shouldn't lose. And the reason why they lost is because nobody was attached to none of the characters.
Nobody connected with any of them.
There was no connectivity. And remember, Superman wasn't even in Justice League.
Nope.
But for 5 minutes. And which is crazy, he was the only one who got character development. And he wasn't even in the damn Justice League movie but for 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where they failed. And like you said, I don't know if it was Toby Emmerich, Walter Hamada, whoever was running things back then, putting their hands into the pot when they shouldn't have. But
look at what's going on now. Zaslav is making his changes, and who's saying they want to leave.
And he can go.
Bye.
If I'm Zaz, I'm like, all right, man, peace.
They'll hire you at Disney.
Yeah.
Or they won't.
But you can walk. If you want to walk, you can walk. I'm looking for a new guy because I'm already looking for a new guy anyway.
Anyway, we need a point guy. We need a facilitator.
Right. So
it's not you.
My job easy. Now I don't even have to come to you and say, hey, all right, man, we got this guy Kobe who's gonna come in and run things. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, all right, spot is vacant. Bye. Hey Kobe, here go your desk.
Right.
Here go your office. Get to work. So if he want to walk, I don't think Zaz is crying or you know what I'm saying, hand in palm or any, you know what I'm saying. None of that. Just all right. You want to walk? Peace. You know what I'm saying?
I think all the directors that they brought over will stay as well.
Yeah. No, I think they're seeing, and because a lot of people are like, oh, this is like, okay. Matter of fact, I wanted to ask you about this, the whole Batgirl being canceled situation. I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of people say, "Oh, that's fucked up." You're canceling it, the first Latina, and I'm like, yeah,
Shut the
but
fuck up with that
if it's
shit. Like
bad,
the movie's
right?
bad.
If
Yeah.
it's bad, do you want her to be the first Latina with a bad? Think of because this the thing. A lot of them don't remember the Supergirl movie.
Right.
I don't think she ever worked again, other than being cast in like small
Fan
little.
conventions and
You know what
stuff.
I'm saying? Like
Basically played on the fact that she was Supergirl.
that she was Supergirl. That movie was horrible. And the crazy thing is, I like her as an actor because one of her movies is a top movie of mine, which is The Legend of Billie Jean. I don't know if you ever seen that before, but
No, I've never seen it, but I've
go
heard of
check
it.
that out. If the thing, and I'm surprised that movie, especially in the era that we in, that movie doesn't get as much attention or it gets the attention that it should be getting. It's a movie about girl power. It was the Me Too movement before the Me Too. Just bruh, go watch Legend of Billie Jean.
Okay.
You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure it's free out there somewhere. Legend of Billie Jean. It's got what's his name? Christian Slater. He's in it.
Okay.
He plays her younger brother. Who is this? Yep, Hollywood person popped up on monitoring systems. Humphrey Kenbutts. What's up, Humphrey? Are you a Hollywood person, bro?
Let us know, brother.
Let us know, man. Tap in with me.
Right. They got all the fresh ideas over here.
But yeah, Christian Slater, and her name is something. Her last name is Slater too, but I don't think they're related. But
Okay.
but yeah, check that film out, man. She goes because not exactly computers. Okay. But yeah, tap in with. Let us know what you think about this whole WB thing, man.
Right.
Give us some, if you got some insight on it. Let us know what you think. But yeah, check Legend of Billie Jean.
Cool.
I
have to check that one out. Matter of fact, I'm going hunting right now.
Mass surveillance. Some of the software tracks cults and gangs. Oh, I guess he's saying that you talking about Ezra. You talking about Ezra? Sure do. Okay, yeah, let us know, man. Just go into the chat. We're gonna bring it up. Type it in. Yeah, he said he talking about Ezra. Yeah, let me know, man. Let us know. But yeah, check that out, man. But you don't want the Supergirl issue to happen with that, especially if everybody's trying to, and I'm all for diversity. I'm not for forced diversity, but I'm for diversity.
Right.
I want to see her win. I can't remember her name. Who plays Batgirl?
I just heard her name too.
I just had. Either way, I don't want to see her lose. I don't want to see her lose. I don't want to see the lady who plays Supergirl. I don't want to see her lose. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all these characters win. I just heard that the Blue Beetle movie is still in production and still a go as of right now. So I think that's a good thing.
Right.
I think Blue Beetle can be a staple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can be a staple. It's got, to me, it has Spider-Man potential. You know what I'm saying? If
it's
done
the
right,
same story, yeah.
It has Spider-Man potential. But get these mainstay characters, get them right.
They gotta be ironed out first. Right.
Right. Don't introduce. We don't need a Nightwing movie. We don't need a Robin movie. We don't need a Zatanna movie. Give us the trio, the Holy Trinity: Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. Give me those. Branch off from that and give me the Aquamans. Give me why Green Lantern ain't showed up yet. I have no effing idea.
Right.
One of the most popular characters throughout the 90s coming into the 2000s, and you still ain't, whether it's
Hal Jordan, right?
Guy Gardner. I don't care. You pick them.
No, we're getting Jonathan Stewart, man. If we get Green Lantern again, it's got to be John Stewart. It's got to be.
I'm just saying, pick your Pete, whatever one you want to pick. Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding that. Not understanding that. He says crime and terrorism software was used to monitor water quality and ended up tracking cults. Long story. Okay. I'm hoping it has to do with Ezra. I'm hoping it has to do with Ezra, my guy. But
For sure.
But yeah, pick any green. I don't care if it what Kilowog. I don't care if they give us Kilowog. You know what I'm saying? Like just give me a lantern, man. Because there's so much potential with that. You know what I'm saying? So much potential with that. He say learn coding from the NSA while in the service, real deal. What branch you was in, man? Hope you're not doing no surveillance on me much. What branch you in, man? Or was in? But yeah, so they have to give me the trio first. And I think that's what Zaslav is saying. Like, you got this money sitting over here.
That's your foundation, right? You know you can make a Batman movie and make $1 billion if it's done right. You know you can make $1 billion with a Superman movie if it's done right.
If it's done right.
Y'all just gotta take your time and do it right.
Y'all trying to nickel and dime unknown characters.
Right. And squeeze.
And right. You're trying to nickel and dime unknown characters, and as you see, it's not working.
Nope.
It's not working. Birds of Prey, much as I enjoyed the movie, but it didn't work.
Nope, it did not.
It didn't work. The Suicide Squad movies didn't work. Right? I mean, that should let you know that Zaslav is looking at the books and he's saying, nah, man. Now, what I don't understand is, and maybe you can help me out, the HBO Max situation.
What do you mean?
From what I understand, he wants to scrap that, make it all non-scripted, and just push everything to regular HBO. Won't be HBO Max. HBO Max and Discovery will merge, but they have, I guess, their own little tabs as far as scripted, non-scripted, stuff like that. But and this is just speculation. Nobody really knows right now.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, HBO Max is, I mean, we know Netflix is the king, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think after Netflix, for me, it was HBO Max, Paramount, then Disney.
Okay.
And then Peacock, because Peacock is just out there, just, you know what I'm saying?
Doing their own thing.
But that's how I looked at it. And to me, if done right, I thought HBO Max could take over Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They have
agree.
They got a vast array of fucking movies and franchises and stuff over there that they, you know what I'm saying, that they can put out. They put out good stuff.
Yep. Their animation is top notch.
Quality work over there at HBO Max, you know. But what he said, the people Ezra got wrapped up with have a long, long trail.
Okay, that's what he's saying. I did.
Couldn't care less about Hollywood. Well, okay, what did okay, let's get some tea going. What
right.
What, tell me about Ezra, man. Tell me the people who he got wrapped up with and how this plays a part into his story going forward. Give me some tea, my guy. We getting the whole, let's go.
Yeah, because I did hear about cult activity with what he was going on. I did hear about that, but I didn't hear a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like something that was real quick and then it was done. Like you never heard the story again.
Right. He said it's a hustle. They were hustling people? Like, what you mean a hustle? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we got the grooming allegations,
right,
stuff like that. So was it like when you say hustle, what are they hustling? Or who are they hustling?
Yeah. Spill it.
He says that's what the profile says. Don't have to opinion. Oh no, I mean if you know, with us it's all opinion. I don't know, but if you know, put us down. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we want to know. Like I said, I know I heard about it, but I want to know what you know. Yeah.
Give me the matter. Can I bring you onto the chat?
Right.
Onto the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? That way you ain't got to type it.
Right.
But back to the WB thing, man. I don't know, man. I know a lot of people are confused. I'm not confused. I see, because a lot of people don't think about. A lot of people think with their feelings, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, this is a business, man. I'm brand new on the scene. I'm looking in the books. Um, he says a mark getting a celeb and selling the cure. The cure to what though? I get that. Like I understand that as far as
I think
hustling.
I think I feel what he's saying. Like they're getting a celeb to be like a spokesperson, and then it's trying to sell them like, cure to life, like the happiness type, like those feel good type cult.
I
I
got
feel what he's saying. Yeah. I feel what you're saying.
the snake oil salesman.
Yeah, that's
Got it.
exactly
Got
right.
it.
And when he said a mark, I feel that. Yeah, I feel exactly what you mean.
Got it. Says that's how actor gets themselves. Gotcha. Okay.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Got you.
Man,
Okay.
you putting us down, man.
Yeah.
That's good
So,
info. That makes a lot of sense.
what movie was that? Look, everything relates back to a movie. It was a movie.
You ain't lying, yeah.
What dude did that? He was shit. What movie was that? I can't even think of it right now. It says it shines right through with big data. Okay.
No, with bug guy, like mean they're bugging
No,
their
he
shit.
said
Like,
big.
yeah.
He
Oh,
came
big
in
guy.
yeah, with big data. Now that's crazy though.
Yeah.
But why? I guess why would he? Why does?
Why would he get wrapped up in something like
But
that?
it's Ezra.
But do we know him personally like that to say that's
from
normal for him to get wrapped up? Something like that? Yeah.
Oh man, not him too. Says yeah, the guy from Resident Alien, Alan. I like that show, Resident Alien, man. What did he do?
Oh no, into the same type.
The hat, silly hats. The hats, silly hats. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, me either.
But I mean, the reason why I was saying it's Ezra Miller is because and this is just me. Sometimes when you're over there, if you get what I'm saying.
I feel that.
And I think he's over there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just me noticing a lot of younger kids or younger people, when they venture over there, they get stuck over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
They get
I
caught
can
up.
see, I can just see that happening easily. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, the people saying that they were confused with the WB stuff. And like I said, it's some things got to be cut. If Batgirl wasn't good enough, and some people saying, well, Black Adam tested the same as the Batgirl film, and I'm like, what? The Batgirl film was made for HBO Max, and it was, you know what I'm saying? They were going to try to push it to film, right? I'm pretty sure, and the budget for Black Adam, yeah, its initial testing might have been bad, right? But the movie wasn't finished.
You're right.
Batgirl
CGI wasn't finished, all that. Yeah, Batgirl was in the can.
Batgirl is done, and they was this ain't
They
working.
took it. Nope, throwing it away, shelving it somewhere.
Ain't no reshooting Batgirl. It's like you said, it's in the can. It's done. I mean, they can. Let me not say ain't no reshooting, but there's no reason to reshoot Batgirl.
Right.
To try to make it better. Leslie Grace is her name. Hopefully I think she got paid for her work. So
of course,
don't think of it as it's racist. They're not. She got paid for her work. As an actor, when you show up on set, you're getting paid. When you do your job, you're gonna get paid to do your job. It's a lot of movies that, trust me, it's a lot of things that these actors and actresses do that you never see.
Very true.
Never see. Remember, the actor or that actress does not own that film. That film studio owns the film. And if they say, nah, this ain't good enough, you might never see it. Or they might sneak it out 10 years later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in, oh, it's being, because I seen the whole racist, sexist, and y'all only doing it because she's
Right.
Latino. I'm like, nah, he
Shut
told you
up
why
with
he's doing
that.
it. This shit
Right.
was trash.
Right. He don't want to release any movies that aren't good.
He cut that. Like, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things he's cutting. I hate it. I'm not saying that I was looking forward to this film, but I thought it would have been dope to see, you know what I'm saying? But if it's not in line to what he's trying to push, and he's trying to get DC in order.
Right.
He's seeing Marvel win. And there and he probably thinking like me, the only reason why they winning because there's no competition.
Right. There's nobody to challenge him.
Marvel stuff has been getting more lackluster by the minute.
Right.
Wanna know why? Because they're comfortable over there.
Yep. They got the big head.
They could put white paint in a bucket, pour it on a man, and there you go. We're giving you, you know what I'm saying? Space goes coast to coast, and y'all go, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And y'all will eat it up.
You know what I'm saying? So they comfortable over there, and nobody's pushing Marvel to make better films.
Right.
I hate to keep harping on Taika Waititi, but he told y'all, I don't give a fuck about the fans. I'm gonna make the movie that I want to make. Either y'all like it or y'all don't.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not something you say to the fans.
Not when you want them to buy tickets to your movie.
Hey, I'm gonna just give you some shit. If you like it, you know what I'm saying?
You good, right?
Oh man, what my guy saying? He says the profile says peyote and 4-day dance ceremonies. Oh man, that's what Ezra was getting down with, man. Oh man, getting the calls. WB's doing some soul searching. They are doing some soul searching. The Rock's coming in biggest guns in Hollywood. And yeah, and the reason why The Rock, Black Adam didn't get shelved is, remember, The Rock is also a producer in this film.
Yep.
So it's hard for WB or whoever to come to The Rock and say, hey man, we're getting
you're finna shelve your whole film. Nah.
Because I put money up for this. You gonna pay me back my money plus more? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if that Batgirl movie was only a WB film and it wasn't produced by nobody else, they can do what the fuck they want to with it. Right. But I'm pretty sure The Rock's, what it is, $7 Productions. Yep. I think that's what his production company is called. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you he put at least 35, maybe even 50% of the budget into this film. I guarantee that. So don't think, and I'm pretty sure you probably did look at Black Adam and say, is this good enough to make it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm pretty sure he ready to cut everything if he could.
Right.
The Flash movie, I think that might just went above the threshold of him cutting it. I think what they're at 200 million now, 250, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Closing in on 300.
Closing in on 300, right.
That might just be a little bit too much for me to, you know, I can't write that off in taxes. I ain't gonna get a full return. Or I won't get the best return. You know what I'm saying? Writing that off on taxes.
Right.
Batgirl, yeah, it's just, I think Batgirl was at like 120 or something like that. Yeah, I'm, you know, I can get that. I can eat that. So, nah, man. But okay, last thing on this. What's the future? What do you see Zaz doing?
I see this thing.
What's the rumor?
I hear the 10-year plan.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that a lot. How do they start? I think Flash is pretty much going to be a grenade to their universe.
Okay.
Blow it all up. Start from the beginning. Start fresh.
Okay.
I'm talking at this point, you know, we talking about like, I don't want to see origin stories, but I want to see from the beginning of these characters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have to drop into a logical point to where it doesn't seem like you have to do a lot of build up to get these characters to team up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But you at least need everybody to have 2 films.
I agree.
Everybody needs 2 films. Batman probably needs to come first.
I agree.
You know, Batman, you get you a solid Batman flick. And I'm not talking no year 2, year 1 Batman. No,
Right. No.
we don't want to see that. We want to see, you know what I'm saying, year 5, year 6. We want to see Bruce, he come in his prime and just cut people down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Slamming them through the windows, breaking necks,
But see,
all
to
that.
me, that's why I like the Batman. I know a lot of people don't, but that's why I like Batman versus Superman. Because that's the
Yeah,
Batman.
because we got that. But it was also old man Bruce though.
It was.
But I want to see 30-year-old Bruce Wayne out there doing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You could even, at this point, your first movie could even be a Robin story. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. As long as you give me a decent basis on, you got to give me the basis. I got to know your universe. You got to paint the picture, and you have to give me some nods that you're going to do things differently. Like,
right.
You've got to show me a deeper universe, not just allude to it by dialogue. You got to show me things. We need visual.
I'm down with a Robin side story involved in in
the first, yeah,
Batman. And maybe he's suiting up, and Batman don't even know, or Batman knows it, but you know,
right. But and I don't want late mid-20s Robin. Nah, I want 13, 14-year-old Robin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to do this the right way. If you go, here's where they can kill Marvel. We know that with Marvel, we don't know what we're gonna get. This is the recourse to them saying they want to take on Marvel head on.
Right.
You have these stories. We know these characters. Give them to us like we know them.
No, right. Give it to them like. And the thing, as much as people, you know what I'm saying, with Marvel, they did give you the characters how you know them. They gave you Iron Man. It was some remixing in there, but for the most part, that was Iron Man. Captain America. That was Captain America. Might not have been the exact origin or whatever, but that was Captain America, right? Black Widow, they didn't necessarily do a Black Widow story. You know what I'm saying? Thor wasn't necessary. They didn't give you an origin story for Thor, but that was Thor for the most part. Hell, even fucking Falcon, right? They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't use him being a pimp back in the day version of the Falcon, but they gave you the Falcon. Captain America's partner, not sidekick. That's another thing too. Falcon is not Captain America's sidekick. He's his partner. Falcon's older, and that's one thing that I don't like about him becoming Captain America. He should have just been Falcon holding his own.
Right.
Carrying, because now he's carrying, and not saying something's wrong with carrying the legacy of that, but if you this is my thing when it comes to black characters. They always say, oh, well, we need diversity of black characters, but then we don't support the black characters.
Right.
We only support them when they become Captain America or they get a new mantle or something. No, support the Falcon when he's the Falcon.
The whole time.
The whole time. Make the Falcon the Falcon. He up here. You want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to support black characters? Support them. You want to support women characters? Support them. You shouldn't just support them when they become Thor, when they become, you know what I'm saying, somebody else. Support them when they're at their base stage.
Right.
Let me see. He says the salvage the Flash would take pulling the Band-Aid off some nasty issues. Yeah, but they're gonna have to.
It's warranted.
It's what they got. That's coming. I don't care if they try to release this movie under the guise of darkness that they're trying to do it in, but it's coming.
Yep.
It's only gonna take one big platform to push the whole Ezra Miller narrative, and that's it. The fucking wheels are gonna fall off that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the big trades because Nobody knows right now if this movie, because if it don't come out, I think they'll let Ezra Miller slide. If it comes out, trust me, one of them social justice warriors who work for them big trades and all of that. Oh yeah, they coming after
They're
him.
gonna play you alive.
Yep, they coming. It says like the Schumacher Batman without the neon. Yeah, thought Robert Pattinson did a good. He did a good job. I don't mind the Robert Pattinson Batman. It's just
It was
separate.
unnecessary.
Right, it's unnecessary, and it was separate. And I understand what Matt Reeves was saying. You know, he got the script. He was like, "This isn't me. It's a dope script." That he said it was a good ass script, but he just said it's not me. You know what I'm saying? And even if he went and rewrote it, it still wouldn't been him. So he just came up with a whole new. And I get that as a creative. You know what I'm saying? As a director, I understand that, but that Batman wasn't Batman. And I'm gonna walk back what I said when I first seen the film. I think I just, you know what I'm saying, was coming off seeing the film and was hype about it. But nah, that's not Batman. Mm-hmm. If you get what I'm saying. Or that's not the Batman that let me not speak for all the fans out there. I think if you put that Batman up against, like you said, a 30-year-old seasoned Batman, not necessarily salty and grizzled and you know what I'm saying, on the opposite end of 40 or whatever, but just a Batman. I know the city, I know the villains, I put people away, you know what I'm saying, I'm working with the cops, everybody, you know what I'm saying, all of this. The fear factor is already out there. The Batman could fuck everybody up, and you know what I'm saying? You give that Batman a chance. The Batman that whoops ass and not just on some rage shit, but like is methodical and
collected,
the way he fights and stuff like that, using different gadgets and smoke bombs and you know what I'm saying, using the darkness to his advantage, not just sneaking through the darkness, but everything on some ninja shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Give me Batman, the ninja that he is. You know what I mean? I think that works.
Of course, I think it does too.
He says Marvel ran its course following the life cycle of comics.
They keep trying to pump life into it.
I won't say that it ran its course. I just think they've come to a spot to where it's a fork in the road. Yeah, it's not just go left or go right. It's a couple of forks.
Yes, right.
And they've been picking the wrong one lately. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's just been picking the wrong one. That's all. It's not as simple. Now that you get all these characters, it's not as simple. Because I can do a linear Avenger story all day long, right? Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. I can rinse and repeat that shit all day long. But when I get Captain Marvel, I get Shang-Chi, I get fucking the Eternals, I get, you know what I'm saying, Miss Marvel. Oh yeah, fucking all of the other sprinkled in TV shows that I'm also doing. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not linear stories no more. Now it's the multiverse story, it's street level story, it's a galactic story, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit going on, and I don't think they knew exactly how to piece it together. Now, maybe going forward, maybe they didn't find it out. Maybe Feige had to sit down with the team and say, hey, where we fucking up at? And you know what I'm saying? But just having all of those pieces is a lot. They trying to figure out what to do with the X-Men. They're trying to figure out how to do a Fantastic Four. Who's going to be the next big villain? Okay, we got Kang. Is he the next big villain? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he? It's yet to see. It says, right, Cyborg got the shaft. Yeah, Cyborg got the shaft, man. He got the shaft. And Humphrey, I don't know if you're black, white. I mean, it don't matter. But when it comes to characters of color or female characters, this is what I hate to see. Don't make their identifier be
their skin color.
Right. If Cyborg is a superhero, let him be a superhero. And not saying that the world can't judge him based off his skin color, because that's real, by the way. But that shouldn't be who he's identified as.
No.
As a superhero. The black superhero. The woman superhero, right? The gay superhero. The trans superhero. That shouldn't be their identifier.
Right.
Either they got a dope ass story and they're a good superhero, or they're not. Because then the whole thing is, when that film, when said film doesn't work, everybody's gonna come out, oh, it didn't work because he's black. Oh, it didn't work, it's racism. Oh, it didn't work because it's a woman. Sexism. Oh, it didn't work because he's transphobe. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it didn't work because the shit was trash. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why like, just take account, man. We gave you we misrepresented this superhero in the worst possible way. We gave y'all a bad movie. We're going back to the drawing board to see if we could do it right.
Fair enough. I think that's all they should have done.
That's it.
And that's it.
If done right, the X-Men. And you know what? With you saying that, I think Marvel has been racking their brain too much on how to bring mutants in, and I think that's where the ball was dropped. Because they know that that's the next big franchise that they have to push, right? Think about how Miss Marvel ended. Made her into a mutant, which makes sense. The more I think about it, it makes sense. But the whole X-Men thing, I'm seeing now, even in the comics, as I'm reading comics, they're pushing Kamala Khan more closer and closer to X-Men related things. She got a new book out now, Miss Marvel and Wolverine. She's showing up in this X-Men comic book. I can't remember what it is. She shows up in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is she showing up in this X-Men book? And then I hear, which is another thing, since they're making her a mutant, but then I hear that they're trying to bring Lockjaw into season 2 of Miss Marvel. But she's not Inhuman. Why Lockjaw needs to show up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Inhumans, you need to get rid of them. Don't pick and choose when you need to.
Come on, man. That don't even, and I know why, because in the comics she had a couple of issues where her and Lockjaw was doing shit together, but that was because she was trying to learn how to be an Inhuman from the Inhuman. So Medusa had Lockjaw go with her to keep a watch over her. You know what I'm saying? So how does that? Whatever. Doing computers, best to keep it a person. Right. Yeah. Best to keep it a person. I agree. Between the multiverse and studio agendas, kids will have their heads spinning.
Yeah.
It's a lot. What up, Gooch? What up, Monica? Hey, did you do the this all y'all go and follow Creative Space? She did you interview Drummer Boy today? Let me know. I know I meant to check in, but I saw you. I meant to tell you had the wrong date. You had July 10th on there. I think you meant August 10th, which is today. Hope you're not doing the July 10th. We got a whole year to go for that. But let me know if you interviewed Drummer Boy today. Hopefully you recorded it. I'll go back and watch it on the replay. A classic storyline about Rogue. Yeah, see, that's the thing with X-Men, right? Every individual X-Men, they don't even have to come. You don't even have to give us an X-Men fucking team book movie. You can give me Rogue, like you said, Rogue. You can give me a Wolverine anthology, him throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? You can give me. I've seen the Giancarlo, Professor X situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can give me something with that, him and Magneto's story, whoever they pick for Magneto. Like you, and then how he's trying to form that. You know what I'm saying? As a back, you know what will work? Xavier being the new Nick Fury.
Okay.
For the mutant side of things that Marvel is doing, he shows up, recruiting,
builds the team, right?
There you go. I'm telling you, the rinse and repeat of work is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, make it creative. That's all you got to do. Make it creative. Rinse and repeat. The whole having a fixture guy who shows up and connects everything, that works. It works. Now, it can get a little mundane. Oh, okay, that's the new Nick Fury. I get it. But if you keep it creative and you make it a reason why this dude is showing up, or you know what I'm saying, it'll work, and it'll work every time, again and again and again. It will work. because you're gonna get new generation of of kids coming into the MCU or whatever to watch. So after 10 years of
Right.
Professor X putting together his team like fucking Nick Fury did, you're gonna have a new crop of kids coming up. So it won't be tired. It won't be tired to them. It'll be brand new.
Right.
She said, "Yeah, it dropped tomorrow." I did though. Yeah, it was a
That's
great
just,
turnout, and hell yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, she's July 10th." I know she meant August 10th. But yeah, y'all go follow her, man. The Creative Space. Check her out. Check her out. She got good content. And she's a very dope person. My sister. It's my sister right there.
nice.
So Professor X's backstory is thick, obscure stuff to get to be Disney's. Yeah, no, it is thick. And if they're making him now affluent African American, I would like to see how they tell that story. Like, but I also don't want that to be his, you know what I'm saying, who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it should be who he, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be, especially with him. How did he come into money? Or did that play, did his race play? Because now we are dealing with race because we're dealing with mutants, the mutant race. So racism, whether overt or covert, should be a topic in mutant society, right?
Right.
That
Of
makes sense.
course. Of course.
So, yeah, I could see that happen. I could see that happen. But let's move on from the WB stuff, and let's get into the next topic. Are you done with WB?
Yeah. We're moving on to Prey, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yep. Good old Prey.
Hey, can I start?
Yeah, hold on. Let me. He said, "Oh, that would be good." Korean War in the comics. Yeah, I mean, it's they got things to pull from.
Oh yeah.
They got things to pull from. I know I've seen a lot of people say they still want to make Magneto a Holocaust survivor, and I'm like, that's a
No.
stretch.
He'd be old. He'd be
He'd
too
be
way too
old. Oh,
old.
we don't need it. And I mean, Gene Carlo is already to me. Oh, I mean, he can still move around and stuff like that, but he's old to me.
Yep.
And I would like to see them do the Krakoa age of X-Men. A lot of people ain't familiar with that. That's why I would want to see that done. Um, or they can do the Jim Lee, Chris Claremont, the '90s X-Men, and we can start from there. But that I don't know, man. That whole thing. But yeah, it's places they could pull from. They just got to be creative.
Of
But
course.
we are on to Prey. Now this, I got to give it up to 20th Century. It was 20th Century
Yeah.
Fox.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
Man, this movie surprised the hell out of me.
I'm gonna let Kobe take it away, and then I'll jump into it. Kobe, give him hell, my guy.
Yeah, this movie was one of those movies that kind of creeps up on you. You don't really hear about it a whole lot, and when you finally just sit down and give it the hour and a half that you deserves, you leave fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
This movie to me, it showed me hope of horror films,
Okay.
action films, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it also showed me hope for movies that go straight to streaming.
Right.
When I say hope, I mean hope. So like this movie, you got the cinematography was just beautiful.
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful film, man.
Man, I don't know where they shot that, but it was beautiful. That valley that they were in, some of the shots, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The story on this, to me, was the only part that kind of lacked a little bit, but I guess it was simple because it didn't have to be.
Right.
It didn't have to be
need to be
crazy,
simple, man.
right? It was a smart story. It was probably the most simple of any of the other Predator movies, story wise.
Even the first one. Yep.
Yeah, this movie was literally a beginning, your action, and then the end. It literally was it.
That was it.
And I'm cool with that. It was easy to keep up with. These characters didn't feel like they were fake. you really did want to connect with the main character, the dog.
Yeah.
You know, the dog was a huge character. Um, the actress, she did a fantastic job. Like Amber Mid Thunder, yeah, she did a
Yep.
fantastic
Mm-hmm.
job. Fantastic job. I hope they bring her back. But um, I do have a gripe or two with this movie.
Okay.
When you look at a film like this, and you know what to expect, you know what you're going to get with the antagonist.
Right.
I feel like they took too much liberty with the Predator himself and his design and all that. They took too many liberties with that. I
Okay.
didn't like I like the design of the creature and like his face without the mask. I did not like that. I thought it looked too CGI, way too CGI. When you look at a Predator movie, that's a mask every time. It's a mask, practical every time. We got 100% CGI, and that's okay. But you could have thrown me some practical stuff in there. You know what I'm saying?
To let me put a pin right there. You think maybe the budget called for easy CGI? Because I'm pretty sure making a mask, that mask, and then doing the whole the tendrils on the face and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that mask probably costs more than what it costs to do that CGI.
That's true, but I mean,
because I think this film was I think this was a $60, maybe $80 million film. I think.
Well, if that's the case, like I said, I think they just missed an opportunity to give us something that could have been truly memorable. Probably could have been the best Predator movie ever. I think.
No, I agree. I don't know if you've done
the few gripes. No, I'm good.
You good?
Overall, I give it, you know what I'm saying? Definitely an 8 out of 10. Strong 8 out of 10.
Right. Yeah. No. I piggyback everything you said. I thought it was actually masterfully done.
Yeah.
They leaned into the horror aspect of it, or the stalker aspect of, what I'm saying, like a Jason or classic Halloween, what I'm saying, Michael Myers type situation. Wasn't heavy on the lore, trying to keep up with previous films of Predator, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this happened. Only thing,
I went back and watched the other ones just to kind of get into the mindset. To get more
right. But you see what I'm saying? Like they didn't try to, keep up with what happened in Predator, Predator, right. Predator 2, the first, the Aliens versus Predator, none of that. You know what I'm saying? What you get is what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm reading, they're calling this Predator the feral Predator. They give every Predator a name. They're calling him the feral Predator. I like that he came, you know what I'm saying? Which, if you're a hunter and you're hunting something, and if I come with laser cannons and fucking all of this shit and I could just wreak havoc on this planet, then what's the use of even hunting on this planet, right?
Right.
So I like the fact that he came in with, it was still technology based, but it was rudimentary, elementary type. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you use bow and arrows, I use bow and arrows, but my bow and arrows just shoot out of a gun, or, you know what I'm saying? And they heat sink. So I have an advantage, but at the same time, it ain't.
I'm primitive, just like you.
Right, I'm primitive for the most part. Like
I'm primitive to my species, like
right,
you.
to my species. This is the less I can. This is like a 20, you know what I'm saying, or a slingshot for us. You know what I'm saying? So I do like that. I like that. He, for the most part, the Predator he would knuckle up. You know what I'm saying?
He was brutal, very brutal.
He when it came to the bear scene, spoiler alert, like, he knuckled up with the bear. The bear was handling his ass too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. He had him down for quite a while too.
But I like that. He you know what I'm saying? When her brother was fighting him, I thought it was a little whole move when he disappeared on him. I'm like, nah, stand and fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? The dude giving you the business. You want to use the cloaking and You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Right.
it's your weapon. I get it. And ain't no fair fights when it come to fighting. But nah, this dude coming straight at you. You fight this guy. You know what I'm saying? So, because I thought maybe the brother could have won. The way he was, the way he was putting the work in, and I think that's what made it dope, right?
Yeah.
Like you're seeing these Comanche warriors, creme de la creme, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, who put in work, know how to hunt, do all time. They hunting him.
Right.
They tracking him down. The Predator's supposed to be the ultimate tracker, the ultimate, hunter. Nah, you up, I think they was in Canada. You up in the Northern Territories. You got to deal with us. You know what I'm saying? And once they found out, this, who the Predator was and what he was, they had to turn it on. And they both turned it on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was dope because it was kind of like mano a mano. We fighting, we scrapping. And then I know a lot of people was like, man, how this little girl gonna go up against the Predator? I'm like, if you don't recall every movie, it don't matter how big you are, no matter how many guns you got, that ain't what it's about to defeat the Predator. It was always about this.
Right.
It was always about being more smarter, more cunning than to beat the Predator.
Right.
When in the first movie, once he figured out
he could hide the heat signature.
Right. Heat signatures and stuff. Remember, Arnold didn't have no guns. He had to use, what did he beat him with? A bow and arrow.
A stick. Yeah.
And a stick. You know what I'm saying? Danny Glover, what did he beat him with? He had to use his own weapons against him to beat him.
That's my favorite one. You know that? I'm sorry, but that's my favorite.
Is it for real? With keys?
I love asshole Danny Glover in anything he ever plays in because he's always so funny to watch. Like watching Lethal Weapon, the second one in particular. Like he's the real asshole. Oh man, that's just funny to me. Asshole Danny Glover is funny to me, but
you gotta get him out of here, Keys.
Yeah. Like to see when he squared up with Gary Busey in that movie, I was like, oh yeah. That's funny, Danny Glover to me because you can really tell he's acting. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always tell when Danny Glover's acting. 100%.
It was good. It was you know what throws me off about part 2, and I heard the story about it is Arnold turned it down because he wanted more money.
Yep.
So then I don't know what Fox was thinking to go get Danny Glover, right? Like you go from Arnold to Danny Glover, and that always fucked me up in the mind. Like I wonder what the execs was thinking. Okay, we can't get Arnold. Who's next on the list? And I'm pretty sure you got a list of fucking action stars out there, and you get down. Did everybody turn it down? And you got to the bottom of the list, and you said, what's his favorite line from fucking I'm too old for this shit? That's who you went to get. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You went to go get Danny Glover. That always, and not saying that anything's wrong with getting Danny Glover because that's what made the film, I guess, a little bit more
it's a true 90s movie.
Yeah, it is. The gun that he carried.
Yeah, the Desert Eagle, with that big huge fucking scope on it. Yeah.
I don't care what.
Hell no. His whole group had the same type gun. Big, huge, high caliber pistol with a scope on it.
Yeah,
like you finished shooting a bitch from 2 miles away. Like,
what is that doing?
Right.
What are you doing with that?
It's all for aesthetic pleasure, right?
Like, who you arresting?
But think about what they came from. They were in the first movie. Everybody had, what I'm saying, the one dude carried a 240 Bravo, and you know what I'm saying? They all got miniguns and shit. The second one, of course. They all got to be toned down, but not as toned down.
Yeah.
And then you get to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, they got to. They go over the top.
Yeah. But that's always the case, though. It's always the case that you have to outsmart the Predator. You got to outsmart it.
You never beat it by force.
Never. Aliens versus Predator. I guess it wasn't against the Predator, but once she found out what was going on, it wasn't let me attack this because she couldn't beat. You know what I'm saying? She knew she wasn't gonna win that fight. So it's always been that. So get rid of the narrative of you gotta. Yeah, it was Arnold. I get it, but Arnold didn't win using fucking Terminator tactics.
Uh-uh.
That ain't how he won. He won using his mind. Danny Glover didn't win using fucking uh lethal weapon tactics. You know what I'm
Uh-uh.
saying? He used this. He had to figure. So once you figure out what's going on and you see that you can't go toe to toe with a big 7 foot, 350 pound, move like a cheetah, fucking turn invisible shark in the water. Like you not beating that.
Uh-uh.
Everybody who Arnold tried to knuckle up with him, it didn't work out. If y'all forgot,
Right.
that didn't work out. He had to draw him into a trap, had the tree fall on him. Like that just don't work, man. I think how did Danny Glover win?
He stabbed him with the
with
circle blade.
Yeah, with that shit.
The glaive, yeah.
And then so yeah.
Danny Glover's Predator was a lot less. He was a lot more of a sissy than
He was. I think he was a leftover
he was
or
he was like a beta because
beta,
if you look like when he first started getting his ass whipped, he was for the blow himself. He was
he
for the
was
pull
ready
himself
to go already. Like damn,
Yep.
like you already ready to blow the scene up.
Right.
You ain't even first drop of blood. He ready to shit. Fuck it.
He was fucking up the drug dealers because they couldn't catch him.
Right. You know what
I'm saying? But once he's knuckled up with somebody who could take him, shit, I'm done now. Yeah. Yeah. I always thought that was kind of crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, he probably was one of the lesser ones, and then
he probably like I'd have had the one tied up to the tree in Predators.
Yeah.
That's probably a you know what I'm saying? Hey, you can't hunt on your own. You're weak. You know what I'm saying? So this how we do you.
Right. And I would love. This is what I would love to see. I would love to see just a Predator movie. No human interaction, just them, right? Just that culture, those people, and how they discern one another. Like you said, the betas, alphas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give us and I don't mean the Aliens versus Predator movie neither. Give me aliens, not aliens. I'm sorry. Give me predators and like a crazy ass hunt that they go on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or matter of fact, give me a franchise to where it's this one predator. We learn who he is and we follow his story from adolescence to becoming like king of the predators, or of his, you know what I mean? Like give me something like that. Because that's I guess that's my question. What can they do next? With you just gave us Prey. You gave us a predator who came down 300 years ago. I mean, I seen the little, I guess you want to call it end credits where they, the other ship showed up or whatever, but what's next? What you gonna have, fucking American Revolution or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can you do next?
Everybody keeps saying samurai, but
that's kind of what we got.
We already saw that. We have already seen it.
Hell, yeah, even with what it was, Predators.
Predators, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
was
yeah. You know what I mean?
Same shit, right.
And I get it. You know what I'm saying? That is a dope time.
But it's too cliche. We've already seen it.
Right. It is too cliche. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think now you get away from Earth.
Nope. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Well, what you got for me? Because
I think the next time we see the Predator, it doesn't need to be somebody who it could be believable for them to take him down. Because even watching this movie, I saw her from the beginning of the movie. She wasn't no average.
Wait, before you go, do you think she's a Mary Sue?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, I do. She is an Alice or a whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Reason why I don't think she's a Mary Sue, she, unlike a lot of the Mary Sues who just, like a Ray, for instance. Ray had no training. Ray wasn't trained to be a hunter, or she wasn't a tomboy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the reason why I don't think, because she didn't just was you know what I'm saying, one of the girls. who was doing the dishes, and next thing you know, she can go out there and be just as good as the boys. She was already training she wanted to be a hunter. You
I
see what
feel
I'm
what
saying?
you're saying. I feel what you're saying, but
So she
like,
had skills.
yeah,
And
but
tracking.
they also did. Come on, man! Like, if you watch the whole fight scene of her with the dude, come on, man! They pumped her up, bro.
No, I'm not saying. I
There's
mean,
no way.
I
You
will
talking
say,
about
but
not
I
being a
can't.
Mary
But
Sue though. I feel
what?
like you feel what you're saying. Like, she does train and she does take it seriously, but we also talking about you in the real shit, like, and you talking about something that's not historically accurate, because her being a woman in a tribe like that, if she wasn't royalty, yes, she would be washing dishes and
Well, I did.
cooking and
I'm not.
yeah, nah, that shit would have never went down like that.
I'm not. I would have to do research on the Comanches, and because I know Comanches, they're all about, from my understanding, they are
They're a war
warrior.
tribe, but she
You know,
still would be a squaw, bro.
I
She
don't know
still would be a
how the
squaw.
females do it. So
That
I get what you're saying. I
right.
you know what I'm saying, but I don't. I think it should be a different term than Mary, because to me, a Mary Sue is just, you just wake up, grab a
And you
sword.
badass. You do
You
it
have you
like, yeah,
seen?
like,
Well, I don't even know if she would be a Mary Sue, but did you watch The Princess?
no.
Watch that. Like,
Okay.
and even though she trained also she was trained to be a knight. She was bad. Like, she make I forgot. I think the woman's name in Prey is Naru. She make Naru
Yep.
look like a novice with the way that she does shit.
Right.
Like, it to me, Princess was what's that film? Shit. It was I think it was Korean. They did a sequel to it, but it was kind of like he had to go up the tower. He was beating everybody floor by floor.
Oh, Ong Bak.
Not Umbach. It was around the
The
same time.
Protector.
Nope.
Was it The Protector? Was it the
Nope.
same guy?
It wasn't Tony Jai. It was what's my man's name? Shit.
What else is he playing?
Because they said this last Judge Dredd was kind of like a play on that film too.
The Raid.
The Raid. There you go.
Yeah,
The
there you
Raid.
go.
See,
The
Humphreys
Raid.
was on it. Humphreys was on it. He was right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Princess to me was like The Raid, because she was stuck in the tower and she was trying
Oh,
to get
okay. She was like Yama. Okay. Yeah, Yama to me was a Mary Sue, no doubt about it. From that movie. Yeah, that dude was I know it, but come on, man. This man beat up like 500 dudes.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
dang, you ain't
with
got
her,
enough
at
endurance
least it
ever.
was more like when it was time for her to lose, she did lose in Prey, right? She did lose, and that's why, like,
I feel you, but did she really ever lose though? Like, it always seems like her losing was just, oh well, something happened and she was able to just walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true. Humphrey says they spend a lot of time making her not a Mary Sue, and that's what I'm saying.
I feel what you're saying too, but like this, come on, man. Like, so you're telling me that she could just master? You got all the time in the world to master being a herbalist, and you a survivalist, and you're a weapons expert, and you this and you that. Come on, man. That just,
hey,
you
look, I'm
can't
not
be
saying that she ain't
everything,
got.
right?
Look, but switch it out with a dude. Would that conversation be had if it was a dude?
No, because there's always a training montage.
But we can.
Now tell me I'm wrong, right? True. Tell me I'm wrong,
True.
right?
But the training montage was already input into the film. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel like for her
because
to not be a Mary Sue, for me, we gotta see it.
If it was her, if the story was about her brother, we already know that he been a hunter since birthright, right? We already know since birth he's a hunter and a tracker, and now he's going out to, I guess, because she was training, or she wanted to do whatever the hunt was to make her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I forgot what they called it.
I can't remember what it was either. I don't know if I could even pronounce what it was.
But what I was about to say. Yeah, if you swapped her with a dude, I don't think you get the Mary Sue aspect, and that's why I say I don't think she's a. We need a different term for Mary Sue because it only applies when it's a woman. It should apply to both male and female.
I could tell you some male Mary Sues.
No, it's a lot of male Mary Sues. That's what I'm saying. We never called them Mary Sues though. We just automatically assume, well, it is a guy.
Well, also, statistically speaking, every single time we see a Mary Sue male, it's the lead of the movie. It's the person the story is about.
Right. True. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel what you're saying, but for us to see, and like I said, we always get a training montage. That's pivotal to those characters.
We got the montage of her tying the rope, and that's the training montage, man. That's it. That's all you needed.
Nah, that's not a training montage to me. That's you telling me as a filmmaker, yep, she can do this, and we don't have to give you an explanation on how she learned that.
So if they can't, because you said
if you look at all the men in the tribe, nobody gave her props, dog. Nobody gave her props. Right. Who was out there teaching her how to hunt and fight? Who was out there teaching her how to be a survivalist? No, I don't believe it.
So if they would have gave you 2 minutes of her doing what as a training montage,
I would just say,
show me she beating up one of the boys or whatever.
Okay, I'll compare this to the closest thing I would think that. A closer story I would think of another woman being this. This to me reminds me of a lot of like Mulan's story.
Okay.
Right? So in my opinion, Mulan would not be a Mary Sue because they showed her working at it every single time you saw her. She was not able to do what she was able to do until she worked at it.
Okay.
That's what makes her not a Mary Sue, I think. I feel like when you come at me and tell me that, oh, well, this chick, she's, you know what I'm saying, she couldn't have been no more than about 16 or 17.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not even fully developed your mind or your body. First of all, you telling me you out here surviving in the wilderness by yourself. You ain't had any kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, the men in your tribe are not teaching you how to survive out on your own. That's a waste of their time because you're a woman. I'm looking at the society and how it all ties in together and how those cultures live their lives and how, you know what I'm saying, how they lived. Nobody would have taught her how to be a survivalist. Maybe an herbalist, that's something different. But to be out on her own, you leave camp for a few days and you just disappear and then you just show back up. You know what I'm saying? You're not even out as a you know what I'm saying, observed hunter in your group. You know, but you expect me to believe that you can just dip out and show back up whenever you feel like it. I don't get it. I don't believe that. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense for her to not be a Mary Sue. And not in the traditional sense that everybody else says, because everybody else looks at a Mary Sue like, okay, well, a Mary Sue is somebody who automatically knows everything. I don't see that with her.
Okay. I'm trying to look up like warrior women, Native American warrior women. It's a couple of them. Actually, the person who killed General Custer was a warrior woman. So, yeah, it's some out here.
They're there. But if you look at it, man, it's like it's very, 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 very few far in between. It's not like it's a very common thing.
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And also in different cultures too.
Right. Yeah.
I don't see it in the Comanche culture, who is a war tribe.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about.
What movie is that? The slow movie about the dude in the tribe garden. With the red hand. What is this in reference to, Humphrey? I want to skin on it all, dog. Tell me what you Tell me what you got. But no, we can agree to disagree on that.
Right.
I think about
what I think a Mary Sue what a Mary Sue is. You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll just have a difference of opinion.
Right. That ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just, to me, when I look at marriage, like, and I think you said it, somebody who just picks up and goes and masters everything, right?
Yep.
I didn't think that she mastered everything. She didn't just go out and kill the lion, right?
Nope, you're right.
She didn't just go out and kill. They could have easily made her go kill the lion and bring it back, and now she's the shit. Like, kind of, and the reason I keep bringing up Ray, because Ray never failed. There was nothing that she failed at.
This is true.
To me, she failed, and I get it. There was some plot armor in some of the things, but to me, that's just to keep the movie flowing. You know what I'm saying? But when the bear showed up, right, and she was trying to do the bear. She didn't get the bow intact in time, and the bear came out. She had to jump into the beaver dam and all that other shit. That's another thing where they could have easily made her OP and take the bear out. They could have killed the dog, made her, get revenge on the dog by killing the bear. They could have easily, you see what I'm saying? And I think that goes back to what I was saying about they tried their best to not make her a Mary Sue.
And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But every single scene, like you saying, where it was, oh, well, she could have been a Mary Sue right there. Every single time they had a scene like that,
it was convenient.
It showed well, yes, it was convenient because it either showed it was to showcase the monster, the predator, or to showcase everybody around her not accepting the fact that she's able to do what she can do.
I got you. What about 50-50? She 50-50 Mary Sue, 50-50 not Mary Sue.
I'm cool with that. I'll buy that. I will agree with that.
Oh man. He says blooding. See the blood on her face? The black and over the mouth means something else. The black and over the mouth means something else. You talking about this picture I got up right here of her? So green hair, white hair means morning. What do you? Green hair means endurance, white hair means morning. You saying that she put the blood over her face, which means endurance or like strength? Is that what you're trying to say? And then the white on the lips, what is that? That means that she was in mourning because her brother died? The blood still happens about those networks, and that blooding still happens about those networks that track codes. Oh, you still talking about Ezra?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to talk offline, man. I'm gonna send me. You got a Twitter or something like that, man? Put your Twitter into the chat, man, and I'm gonna get with you. He said no blood of a kid. Okay, yeah. Hit me up. Give me your Twitter or whatever, man, and we're gonna talk offline. We're gonna get at you offline, bro. But yeah, back to this. I still think, like you said, this movie 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5 out of 10. What do I don't know if it's better than the original, if it stands neck and neck.
I think it's close.
It's close. Only reason I can't give it better is because it's the original, and that what put me on. And I mean, it's got Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's got fucking
Jesse the Body.
It's got some of the classic one-liners in it. They got a whole shirt where he, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole shit. Like, it's too much.
That's iconic, right?
Right. It's too many great one-liners and being Predator was the epitome of the 80s action movie, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what could be better. And the thing about an 80s action flick is it can be the most cheesiest, unrealistic shit in the world.
But it usually is.
Right, it usually is, but it works. Because I think about this, I think about fucking Commando, I think
Rambo.
I think about fucking some fucking what's his name? Van Damme movies. Fucking what's your boy who shit with the ponytail? What's his name?
Seagal.
Steven Seagal. I think about his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these was like just and those are big names we naming.
Yep.
It was a lot of B movies that held their own. You know what I'm saying? American Ninja. That was franchises too. That had no business doing what it did.
How many American Ninja movies they made? Like 6 of them bitches.
Yeah, like had no business making 6 American Ninja movies. Why did they do that? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, the 80s. That's the 80s or something else, man. You know what?
Yes, they are.
I think I might do a fucking whole thing on American Ninja, man. Because you know what? That's something that should be revisited. Think about this. This is how you know that they were just like, fuck it, we just gonna throw ninjas in anything. Ninjas had nothing to do with this dude being in the army. Where were ninjas showing up at? What and why? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Why were ninjas showing up in everywhere the army was? The ninja show. This was like this was a straight. Man, that's straight out of a comic book, man. That's exactly what that was.
Exactly what it was.
Why are ninjas showing up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And he had no last name. His name was just Joe. Who the fuck can join the military with no last name?
With no last name. I mean, you ain't got no social security number or none of that shit.
Oh man, yeah, man. American Ninja. That needs to be revisited. That should be shown on different stations. It should be like the #1 streaming movie on Netflix, like shit like that. I'm telling you, man. These kids need to know about shit like that. They need to know. I wonder who owns the rights. I want to know who owns the streaming rights to American Ninja. Who was it made by? Canon, wasn't it? American Ninja.
Something like that.
Look at that shit. American Ninja, 1985 martial arts action film. Everything was ninjas, man. And it was always a black dude in there, right?
Yep.
Who knew karate but didn't know it.
Right.
He always would take his shirt off and be sweaty as fuck for no reason.
Yep. Damn sure. He always had to say the most obscure shit.
Yep. They did 5 of these joints.
5 of them. There you go.
Shit. The acting was horrible.
Y'all look out for American Ninja movie reviews coming out.
Oh, yeah, man.
We're going to have to get with them.
I got to. I'm trying to figure out who. Yeah, Canon Films.
Right.
So who owns Canon now? Let me see who owns Canon now.
We wrapping up on Prey. I'm going to say one more thing before we wrap up.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I think that tying it in with the other films, like with the gun, and then if it bleeds, we could kill it. I think that shit was overkill. It was unnecessary. The gun, I think, was unnecessary.
Yes and no. I think the gun,
it makes a plot hole.
Tell me the plot hole.
If she has the gun, how did Predators get it to give it Danny Glover in the second movie?
She ended up dying and they took it. Remember, at the end, they all show up. I think they show up and they wreak havoc. We don't know what happens when all, you know what I'm saying? You saw the animation at the end. I don't know if, here we go. This is what you do as a sequel, right? And I thought they were going to do this with Sanaa Lathan. In the comics, they actually take a woman in and make her part of the tribe, right? Now, if they take her in with the gun and she becomes a predator, so to speak, then that would tie up your loose end with the gun. I see what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is a hole, but we don't know because it's 300 years from, you know what I'm saying, that date or however many years. Yeah, we just round up 300 from, Danny Glover getting the gun to when she got the gun. There's a gap in
right.
And so I get that, but yeah.
It's got to be tied up.
It's
They
got to
got to
be.
come.
I see what you're saying. It's got to be tied up. It's a loose end, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's so many ways that they can go. Like I said, an off world story. I would have liked them to redeem the Alien vs Predator franchise because the first one to me wasn't too bad. It was too
Nope.
short,
And it was PG-13.
and it was right, and it was PG-13. Um, the second one was too dark. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that movie. I couldn't see shit.
Right.
Even watching it today, like if you load it up today, 5K, you know what I'm saying?
No, dark.
Still
like
dark.
they shot it with no light.
Yeah, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and maybe they will do that. Maybe they would try to redeem that franchise because I do think that it can be some money in there. The Alien franchise is hurting, right? With the Prometheus and what was the last one that just came out?
Alien Covenant.
Covenant, right? Because they're all over the place. And I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching these movies trying to decode shit like Ancient Aliens types, you know what I'm saying? Shit, but it's just like, it's all over the place. It's just too all over the place. You know what I mean? And I think that should be streamlined. That's the whole thing with Aliens. Like, I know you're trying to give us some origin type shit, but if you want to give us who the big, tall, white, giant looking people, I forgot what they called them, the makers or whatever, then give us that story. I don't even need to know about xenomorphs, right? Give me what happened to them, and if you tied up to the xenomorphs is what ended that culture or the reason, you know what I'm saying, then give me that. But you got it all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Androids and human beings and the Wayland Corporation and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much going on, man. And another thing, the Alien versus Predator thing, I know we're trying to wrap it up. That's a plot hole. Looking at the aspects of aliens, right?
It is.
We don't know when aliens were made per se, but if they're trying to say the aliens showed up, that movie came out 2010 or something.
03.
Like that. Was that 03?
It was like 03 or 4. It's been a while.
But you know what I'm saying? If they showed up in modern day Earth, but Prometheus and all of that is, what was that? A couple thousand years? What was like a couple hundred years in the future, right? 23 or 23, 20 something shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got a big plot. Hell, Alien. That was like, what year was that?
When it came out?
No, what year it took place in?
Oh, I don't even know.
Hmm. 21-22 is the so 21-22. Alien takes place 2 decades after Covenant. So Covenant was 2102. This is 21-22.
Cool. Okay.
A good 100 years from now.
Yeah.
So he says, check out Outland 1981, Sean Connery Space Cop, totally the lost alien movie. Outland.
Cool. Check it out.
I'll check that out. But anything else you want to add to Prey?
I'm good. I hope they do a sequel.
Yeah, I hope they do a sequel. This movie, and you know what? I think what made this movie good also, the expectation of it was not through the roof.
Right.
They just
had
said,
room to fail.
Right. They didn't give you this big workup. Oh, we're going to get Sean Black, who, you know what I'm saying, was in the first Predator movie. He's going to direct this one. And, you know, they didn't go and get big name actors and all this stuff. They just said, man, we're going to give you a Predator movie.
And that's it.
And I'm honestly,
we're not even going to bank off the name. We just going to call it something else.
Call it something else. And that's crazy because as I'm thinking how good this movie is, and nostalgia has won again, by the way, Kobe.
Yep, sure has.
They didn't. I think this had a limited release or something like that. I think this had a limited release in theaters and, you know, select theaters. I'm thinking of all the money that Disney has missed out on this
They
movie.
missed. Oh yeah, they dropped the ball on that.
This they had. I mean, it's. I know Hulu is it's not a free service, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But this probably could have generated a good 200 million dollars, I think. And
Oh,
if
all
it,
day long,
you
all
know what
day
I'm saying,
long.
if it was only, and let's say it was 40 to 50 million dollars that it was made. I mean, because this budget had to have been super small, man. It looked as good as it looks. You can tell that the budget for this was on the low end, and they just made uh good with what they had. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
and that's when shout out to the directors and the producers of this film, man. This is how you make films, ladies and gentlemen. People who are looking to get in the film. This is how you make a film.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't go
this
out
is
after the
this is a
great
crash
film
course.
effect.
Right.
You learn cinematography. One thing, if you're going to be a DP, a director of photography, learn cinematography. Learn the right shots. Learn how to, you know what I'm saying. You should always visualize your end result when shooting.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of directors that I work with and doing films, some of them don't visualize the end result,
The end. Right.
what it's gonna look like on TV
Right.
or on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just think who was the director again?
Dan Trachtenberg.
Dan
He's
Trachtenberg.
done some other movies.
Salute to him, man.
Yeah, for sure. Great
Salute
job, sir.
Salute to him. Salute to him. Salute to uh the woman, Amber Mid Thunder.
Yep.
And I like that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the actors were either Comanche or just
Right. They were authentic. Right.
So
I'm cool
salute
with
to
that.
this movie. It's a crash course in diversity, right?
Right.
And it wasn't forced. It was,
Expert
we're doing a
filmmaking.
film about Comanche. We're going to get Comanche people.
Yep. Every time. You
And
got to.
we got you.
That's representation right there.
Right. That's how you do it. Historically valid. We're not pushing. There's no agenda pushed here. You know what I'm saying? There's just boom. Here you go.
And that's it.
That's it, man. So, um, yeah, that is our wrap up on Prey. Y'all let us know what you think. Replay gang, comments, stuff like that. Leave your comments. Let us know how you felt about that film, that movie. I hate we didn't have Mika tonight, man. I wanted to know what she thought about Prey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me and her got to catch up on Bullet Train next week.
Bullet Train. I gotta go see that.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's decent.
It's
I
decent.
enjoyed it.
Brad Pitt, man. That's another one who I don't. He hasn't lost, right?
Nah, not recently.
I don't know if he ever has. I mean, every actor has, you know what I'm saying, but he hasn't fell off. Let me say that.
Oh no, you're right.
I
agree.
don't see a fall off point with him. Every actor will pick a, you know what I'm saying. If you've been acting as long as Brad Pitt has, you got to have some flops. You know what I'm saying? That's just the nature of the beast. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
What I mean by falling off, like just he's what in his 50s now, 50s, maybe pushing 60s, getting close to 60. And nostalgia is winning again with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if Bullet Train is good or bad. I'm gonna go check it out for myself and see for myself. But even for him to have a film, you know what I'm saying, coming out of this magnitude, and you're seeing the push behind it, that you know what I'm saying, the money put into the advertising of this film means that studios still believe in Brad Pitt. Of that, you know what I'm saying? Like they believe in him in this level, not like oh it's Brad Pitt and we know, you know. No, they believe that they can market Brad Pitt and he's still Brad Pitt. That's what that tells me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do want to see it, but yep. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Sharing is caring. That's Kobe. Kobe, you don't have nothing else, correct?
No, I'm good.
All right. So, and I don't have nothing else. Oh, I do have one thing. I'm putting together, could be possibly another YouTube channel or not, but I got 2 things that I'm working on. It'll probably be something with me and my wife. We want to do reality shows and things of that nature, reviews. Might do that, see how that goes. And also, I want to start like a top 10. Remember 106 in Park?
Yep.
I want to do something like that. Now I know YouTube won't necessarily let me do it, so it might just be audio only.
Okay.
I want to do like a top 10 countdown and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that, and I'll let y'all know when it's actually happening in the first episode of whichever one I do first. I'm just trying to be everywhere. And like I said, got good news about a film that it will be on Netflix and streaming services. And I'll let y'all know when that happens. But like I said, man, we over here working. Kobe is an award-winning.
Don't let this man lie to y'all. Don't let him lie to y'all.
Award winner. But no. But matter of fact, Kobe, you were in Soul Hood. That's on. Is it
Amazon?
On Tubi? Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
You know what? Next show we do, I'm gonna try to find the trailer for that and let everybody know. But we don't be pushing that shit. That's another thing too. You know
right? Yeah, we don't
try to
push.
Be all humble out here. Humble days is over with. Y'all about to get this work.
Yeah, you right. You ain't lying.
Y'all about to get this work, man. But no. So yeah, follow us, man. On Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever. What are you, Kobe? At Rockin' Kobe?
Rockin' Kobe, yep.
And I'm Bluminati everywhere. So be on, go look for us and follow us. And follow the Blues House channel. And that's it, man. You gotta go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Take it easy, be safe.
And we up out of this thing. Peace. Where my music at, man? I always lose my music. There we go.